All right. Wow. Boy, that was a blooper. It was like, what is he saying? Something's not working. I'm mute. So, okay. Let's try this again. Take two. All right. Hey man, hello and welcome to Relaxed Mel. This is the live stream that I do every Saturday. I'm starting to aim at 9:30. A lot of times I can get this going. Had some technical issues this morning, and things did not go quite according to plan. I couldn't quite get the camera to kick in like it needed to, and found a solution to that. And so, but today, I wanted to go ahead and talk about. One of the most important steps when you are wanting to make uh, I'm watching myself and not watching you. um, when you're wanting to accomplish anything in life, one of the most important things you've got to do is often skipped, and that is you've got to be able to take action. Yeah, you need to learn. Yeah, we're all about learning, but so many times we get stuck in that learning phase. It feels good. It's something we're doing something, to get ourselves better. Hey, Moo, inside. All right, hang out up here. You may have Moo the cat should make an appearance, but anyhow, he decides he needs to warm a lap. Okay, get comfortable. Oh, okay, you done? Okay. So when you are we get around to I got to get myself back online or back to my train of thought. Got distracted by the the cat here. So anyhow, now let's get back actually on the train of thought. We get ourselves stuck in our different ways of just learning. We want to feel like we're making movement. We're making some type of progress. That's what we keep telling ourselves. I got to make some type of progress. Any type of progress doesn't matter what, but we got to make some type of progress. Progress. And that is good. It's a thing that's needed to be done. But if you're reading a book and you're taking all that information in, it's not going to do you any good until you apply that knowledge. That's the fine difference between theoretical and the practical. Yeah, you may be book smart, but until you actually apply what you know, you're just that. You're just book smart. You're not. You're not. Yes, Ben, I see you. Now the dog is over here. So we want to you won't make any progress until you start taking massive action. That massive action can be just anything. Take something, one little bit of knowledge you've learned, and apply it. And the reason why any type of action is, for me, considered massive action is because the moment you do that bit of action, you're doing more than the rest of the people that are in your circle trying to do that same thing. Because so many of us, like I said, we all get stuck in that learning cycle. We want to learn. We get books. We're reading. We've got libraries full of books that we're trying to learn this, that, and these and those. Maybe it's about the best way to marketing, how to get clients. That's kind of what I'm in the process of doing. How do we get clients? And trying to find a more efficient way of client acquisition. And through that, we end up not making any steps towards what we want to be able to accomplish. We and so when it comes to us being able to really do anything. It is we have to go through and we have to make an action. Take action. Yes, planning is important. When you plan, uh, that is a critical feature. Uh, but that feature, that planning, amounts to nothing if you don't, again, take the action. Now, why do we? Sorry, got an itch in the eye. Um, why do we fail to take action so many times? Well, the main reason is out of the biggest hurdle all of us face, and that is just fear. We have all these different thoughts of, well, what if no one, listens to us? What if I don't get any clients? What if I don't have anybody listening to me? Maybe you're trying to start a podcast. What if I sound awful? What if we throw around all these what ifs? What if? And these what ifs just don't serve us in any way. Yeah. What if no one listens? But what if one person listens? There's, I've gotten one person as of right now on here. I've had 49 people looking. I don't know if they are all watching all at once, but that's not bad. It's not bad at all. If you're wanting to take action, you have to ignore that what if. Every time I turn this camera on and I get to see that timer go down to 1, 0, there's always that part of me going, there's that clutch, there's that flinch that actually just keeps me from, I'm for a short moment, I'm hesitant, going, let's not. This is going to be a disaster, and it's thoughts that I have in my head, and that's all they are. Fear, as I've said before, fear, any type of emotion, comes from a thought. You can recognize what that thought is. You can mitigate what the damage that thought has on what type of fear you end up inciting. And yeah, there's different types of fear. Fear leads into anger. We get angry because we're afraid that our whole system of beliefs is now going to be uprooted, and we're not going to know what we believe in anymore. Our fear might be, that anxiety of what ifs. It's all what ifs. Man suffers the most from his mind as opposed to what his life actually is. I forget exactly how Seneca phrases it. He phrases it a heck of a lot more eloquently than I would ever do. I'm still working on. So, so when it comes to making a plan, take the steps. Take those steps that you have in your head. Lay them out. Set a due date if you have to. Get get somebody to actually hold you accountable if that's something that you need to do. You might have to have someone who stands behind you to push you out of that plane so you go skydiving. You may have wanted to, but all of a sudden, the amygdala is taken over and you're gripped onto the sides of the door for the plane, and no one can get you to move. Your body's not going to move no matter how much you say, we got to jump. Your brain's going, dude, there's nothing between you and me. And that's because, we have to have that one person. That's one reason why the first couple of times you jump, you have to have somebody attached to you. Not only because they know what they're doing a heck of a lot more than what you do. You've got all the book smarts. You don't have any of the practical smarts. And so you have to be strapped to somebody, and they have to be the one who pushes you out. So to be able to do an action, you may have to have somebody help you. There's nothing wrong with actually having somebody come along and go, dude, come on, you're coming with me. I'm going to hold you accountable. You want to start exercising once a day? Fine. I'm going to start calling you at 6 o'clock in the morning every day, and you're going to start doing push-ups. I'm going to make sure you're out of bed, and that I want to hear you doing push-ups. I may even want to do a FaceTime, depending on what it is. We could talk about, I need to lose weight. Well, talk is just that, talk. You aren't going to do anything until you actually do the massive action of getting down on the ground and start cranking out push-ups, doing 10 burpees, you know, holding a plank, doing a plank for, uh, there we go. Sorry about that. Holding a plank for, 10 seconds. Whatever it is, you got to start taking the action. You have to, if you're trying to get a business and you want clients, well, how do you get clients? You have to do the ask. That is the scary part. So, especially for me, when it comes to asking for people, I'm like, I could ask this person, oh, but he's not going to be interested. He's not going to be interested. How do I know he's not going to be interested? How do you know that person's not actually going to be interested unless you actually perform the task? Until you take that massive action and go to that person and go, hey, dude, I've got this product. You would actually be a perfect fit for you. I've seen what you're doing, seen what you're struggling with. I've got the solution. And until you do that and you figure out, first off, that approach just doesn't work. And they go, yeah, dude, that sounds like it would work real well, but I'm not going to buy it. You're not going to learn anything and start being able to transfer book smarts into practical smarts. You've got to go from theory to practical. To be able to do that, you have to be able to take the action. You have to, that's how doctors get started. They learn, and then apply. You have to apply that knowledge. And at first, they're getting it wrong. It's messy. It's horrible. They're looking at it and they're thinking it's probably cancer, but the dude's just like, no, dude, I got a cough. I've got, it's ragweed season, and I've just got finished mowing the lawn. You know, you won't know until you actually start moving. Yeah. Are you going to fail? Yeah. You're going to fail probably the first 10 times. You're going to try to ask somebody, and they're going to go, no, dude, I don't care to have any of that. And then you turn around and you go, hey, dude, eventually you're going to change your wording, and you're going to change your approach, and you're going to change how you do stuff. And someone's going to go, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And then they're going to be able to go through the process of signing up. And then you're going to start screwing up again because you've not ever made anybody get past the introductory phase into the onboarding phase. You finally figured out how to get people to say yes. Now you got to figure out how to not hack people off as you onboard them and get them bored. So they go, hey, you know what? Never mind. This is too big of a mess. I'm out of here. And then you have to learn again as you're going through whatever the process is for the main part of your business, whatever the main service is. You get that, and all of a sudden you're going to start realizing, oh, that wonderful program I had was chock full of bugs. And so you have to go through, and you're going to fail. You're going to fail often. You're going to fail regularly, and it's good. Yeah, I know a lot of us sit back and we go, dude, I can't have that. What if all this failing that I do is going to be problematic? Yeah, it's going to be a problem. You're going to feel like a dummy. You're going to feel, uncomfortable. It's going to be scary. And you're going to wonder, you're going to sit there and you're going to have all these little thoughts jumping into your head. And Mr. Imposter is going to come along and start tapping you on the shoulder going, dude, you are a dumbass. You don't know what you're doing. You need to just go ahead and just pack everything up and just close shop and find a real job, because you're not going to know you don't know what you're doing. Everybody else is killing it in your field, and you're not even getting out of the starting gate. Well, the reason why most people aren't getting out of the starting gate is because they're doing one thing that not doing one thing that you have done. You have made an attempt. You have made the effort. You have put in the time. You put in the blood. You put in the sweat. You've heard the no's. And one of the things about hearing no is that you realize, oh, it just feels kind of bad. Doesn't feel great. And you might be able to get around to where you have the mindset of, yes, because I know that I'm going to get this no. I'm going to nail it. I'm going to get 12 no's, because so far, every 13th person I ask becomes a yes. And when you can have those different types of thoughts, mindsets, and hangups, and those hangups will just hinder the booger out of you. especially if you don't take the time to focus in, and if you're worried about what your fears are, those hangups will snare you, hold you back every time unless you take the set back and go, what's holding me back? And you can actually do this. You can sit down with yourself. I did wrote a piece last Wednesday about seeking your fortress of solitude. That fortress of solitude fits in with this so well, because when you fail and you have made some discoveries, it's good to go to your favorite camping site, or sit out on the back porch and have, drink a glass of milk or whiskey or whatever it is you like to have at the end of the day to relax, and ruminate over what actually happened. Why did you get 14 no's instead of the 13 no's? What did you change? How do you need to change it? What was said? And actually do the reviews. If you do, even just going through that process and examining why you failed at whatever it is that you did, you're going to actually become wiser with why your action failed, because you're taking action. Little actions mount up to a massive action. That massive action is what gets everybody's attention. But the fact that you're just taking any type of action in the world means that you're more likely to actually have more success. It's just kind of like a mathematical equation. You're going to get your no's, or number of asks minus number of no's equals number of yeses. The higher the asks, yeah, you're going to get a little bit more no's, but you're going to also get a little bit more yeses. So try to ask whatever it is you're trying to do. Are you trying to lose weight? Okay, well then, what do you need to do? You need to start taking the action of eating less and actually start exercising. Maybe you've gone through the process of eating less. Maybe you've cut down. You've started doing a little intermittent fasting here and there. Well, that's going to knock some pounds off, but you're going to need to also build up some muscle. You're going to want to, your body is going to be changing, and you want to be able to make yourself even healthier. If you're wanting to honor your body and the fact that it's carrying this beautiful mind of yours around, then you're gonna want to honor your body by actually exercising and working it and getting it stronger, which is beneficial in all of the other different areas of where you're protecting your family and able to do your job better, and you're able to think clearer, all because you're bringing in healthier foods, and you're actually getting oxygen. Your body is better oxygenated because your lungs are all of a sudden able to incorporate and transfer oxygen even more efficiently than when you're just sitting there on the couch watching, Game of Thrones or WandaVision. So take action. You're trying to figure out how you to take action. Well, there's a lot of different ways you can do that. Talk to your friends, talk to your relatives, find somebody who is in that field that you are, and talk to them. Yeah, you're not going to know what to ask right off the bat, and that's part of learning. You're going to have to, again, get messy. You're going to have to ask a dumb question and feel stupid while you're waiting for the answer, and for them to answer, something very matter of factly, like, well, you just do it. Well, how do you just do it? Just do it by taking that step. Go past that veil of fear. Fear is just nothing but a really thin veil. I mean, you can see what you want on the other side, but you get up to it, and yeah, it clings to your face, and it's uncomfortable. It's wet, and is that dog? What is this? And as you go through it and you get to the other side, all of a sudden, all that discomfort that was on that veil falls behind you, and you're now at your goal. Everything leads up to that veil of fear. Everything. Whether you're wanting to lose weight, well, you may have to be facing the fear of why you gained the weight in the first place. Or you may have to get knuckle down and just decide, you know what? I'm going to ask somebody today. I'm going to give at least one ask, at least one. That's all you have to do, dude. Just one ask. Ask that, make that ask a priority. And who knows, maybe you'll find two asks instead of today. And so, hey, you're ahead of the game already. So, guys, take action. If you want to win at whatever it is you're doing, you've got to take the action. Taking the action puts you a step ahead of everybody who's just thinking about doing it. So with that, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for watching. If you want to have want any help, need a group that will help push you to your goal, help you get that massive action, I've got a Brotherhood of Men is a men's group that I hold that you can actually be able to join up. I've got openings available. Come by at relaxmail.com/brotherhood. Fill out the application. We'll have a little discussion. You and me will talk. You'll actually get to talk to me, and from there we'll get you fit into to whichever group we have. I've got 4 groups that are available, and they've all got openings. So with that, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you again for watching. We will see you next Saturday at 9 o'clock. So till then, bye.